Hello. So I'm going to do an update on the video that I did a few weeks ago on my blood work. And so I went to Legacy and I had the blood work and it was at a 19 and normal is between 5 and 10. So I'm still doing the chard and the kale and mustard greens and broccoli, anything that's green. I am eating that, and only maybe 10% of my diet other foods. Very small amount. And I'm feeling so much better. I was very sick in my guts when mom got ill and had been for 7 months. In the last 2 days, I've noticed that there is no pain, there is no inflammation, my feet are better, and it's simply because I am eating an organic, all organic diet right now, 90% greens and 10% other things. I'm almost completely not eating dairy. I have a little bit of butter now and then, and a little creamer in my coffee. As far as meat goes, I'm eating maybe 4 ounces 2 to 3 times a week. And I am going to be cutting red meat out completely and just stick to a small piece of chicken or a small piece of salmon, not farm raised. So I'm real happy with the way I feel. They're sending me to Good Sam to find out a little more in depth of what's going on with my blood. Legacy, one of the students there called it chronic leukemia, which is a cancer of the bone marrow. And I have studied for many, many years, and I believe that all of us are going to get ill sometime in our life. I'm not afraid of dying, but I do want to live the quality of life that I can while I am alive. So, and that means organic, and that means lots and lots of vegetables and nuts and fruits that are organic. And so with that said, I'm also doing a baking soda bath soak once a day. 1 huge cup of baking soda in a warm bath. And boy, has it made my skin nice. I would have never thought. I just would have never thought. And the other thing that I'm doing is I'm doing a lemon balm. And that's 1 organic lemon juiced in a tall glass of water with 1 teaspoon of baking soda in it. And it foams. So you have to do a little bit of water with the lemon juice, let it foam, and then dump the rest of your water in. And I'm doing that once a day, and it tastes like lemonade. It's kind of sweet from the soda. So I think that that's had a big role in cleaning up my guts and helping me get back on the right track to better health. I posted a lot of stuff by Dr. John McDougall, who explains in depth about how important it is to be on an organic diet and not eat meat and not eat dairy. I don't always go along with what everybody says. I think a tiny little bit might be okay, but if you're really, really sick, or you think you're sick, or you need to heal something, I would say you need to at least be on 90% organic greens and maybe 10% of something else. It's just too overwhelming to learn all this information at once, even though I've studied for many, many years. When this came up on me, I was like, I felt like I didn't know anything, and it worried me. Stacy, get in here. And so you can't wait until you get sick and then just read a little bit here and read a little bit there. It's very overwhelming to change your diet, but you can change your diet a little bit at a time and realize that meat and dairy are giving us cancer. There's just too much research that talks about it. And before you get sick, you have the knowledge, you know about it. but you don't really apply it to your own life, because I've always been so totally healthy. And I only went in for leg cramps and muscle spasms, and this is what came back. And since I've been on this diet, I told Asher day before yesterday, this is the first time in 7 months that my innards have not felt bruised or sore. And so something's working. The whites of my eyes are whiter than they've ever been. I've always had kind of bloodshot eyes. And I would have low energy at times. And I thought that was just normal. Well, it's probably not normal to be that way, because since I've been on this diet, I do not have those lethargic feelings at all. And the baking soda baths has made my skin so nice. I always had really dry skin on my legs. I no longer have that. So I'm feeling really good. I'm not having leg cramps. I'm not having spasms. And I'm going to continue on with this diet. And if I do introduce anything else into my diet, it'll be very small amounts, because I know it's not going to help me to stay healthy. I want to live a quality life as much as possible while I am alive. I don't want to be sick for 20 years and have to take medications. I don't want to have to go through chemo. I don't want to have to go through radiation. With that said, I have a couple of, my grandmother, my mother's mother, had leukemia for many, many years. She did not die of leukemia. She died in her 80s, and she actually slipped and fell and went into a coma, and that's how she passed away. I have another auntie who has leukemia, a bone cancer, and they gave her 4 years, and at 15 years, she's still going strong. She's happy. She laughs all the time. She's good-natured. And she says to me, just eat healthy, Catherine, and you'll be fine. So it's all about the diet. And I know that Aunt Betty has been very, very strong with her diet for several years. And she is nowhere near close to moving on. We'll put it that way. So if you can begin to study on these things a little bit each day, I try to get 30 minutes to an hour every morning with my coffee and get some knowledge about what's going on. You need a foundation. If you get sick and you don't have anybody around you to take care of you who knows about getting well through nutrition, you're going to be up a creek, because you're tired, you're overwhelmed, you're scared, you can't think, you don't know what to do. But because I had 15 years of studying this, and mostly in the wintertime, I knew pretty much what to do. But I've discovered many more things since they have said that I am sick. So I feel great. I feel wonderful. I have a lot of energy. I'm still doing everything that I did before, and I intend on continuing doing everything I did before and have a full life. But when I post these videos on YouTube for my friends and family to watch, to take the time to learn about these things, it doesn't mean that you have to believe every single thing that they say. It means that you're gathering tools for good health, to plant the seed, and to plant the seed in your children. I worry about our grandchildren. They're never going to know what our great-grandparents ate and my grandparents ate. Before the GMO, genetically grown wheat and corn and white potatoes came along, there were not this many illnesses. And so you need to study it out for yourself. And when I post a video on my Facebook, it's because I so care and I so want to get the knowledge out there. I don't have dates and I don't have all the knowledge that they have, but they know. And these are medical doctors. They are internalists that are coming on board for good, healthy food that we were meant to eat. So with that said, I hope you have a great day and a God bless day. and I'll see you on Facebook.